Am I the a-hole for completely cutting my wife off from our finances because she wouldn't stop ordering takeout? I am a 41-year-old male, and my wife is 39. My wife doesn't work due to a minor disability. It's not that she cannot work, but she constantly complains of discomfort and exhaustion. The discussion about her working ended 5 years ago, and I've completely given up on the idea of her ever having a job again. Since she doesn't qualify for disability and brings in no income, we live entirely off my salary. I don't mind financially supporting her, but her spending habits have gradually become more and more reckless. It started with her ordering takeout twice a week, then escalated to 3 times a week, and now she's ordering nearly every day. This is despite the fact that our fridge is always stocked. I do the shopping and even keep our freezer full of things she only has to microwave. Last month was particularly bad. She spent $1,176 on delivery apps alone. Some days she even ordered twice. We cannot afford this. On Friday, I may have reacted harshly, but I pulled money from our savings, completely paid off the card, then canceled it. I also moved all the money from our joint account into my personal account. She found out when she tried to order takeout, and the company explained the card had been canceled. She texted me asking what happened, and I told her she was cut off. When I got home that evening, she was lying on the floor, dramatically, claiming she had low blood sugar. I told her she could eat anything from the fridge or freezer. I also noticed she had taken the garbage out, probably the first time in a decade. I assumed she was getting rid of evidence of what she ate, since she was pretending not to. But I honestly didn't care enough to check. She was furious all weekend. Was what I did over the top? Update. 9 days ago, I posted about how my unemployed wife spent $1,276 on delivery apps in a single month. This was way outside what we can afford. Since she refused to stop, I canceled our credit card and moved the money from our joint account to my personal one. For a few days, she accused me of financial abuse. She threw tantrums, threatened divorce, dumped out food from the fridge to pressure me into allowing takeout, and even tried to guess my bank account password multiple times. Pro tip: my password isn't Taco Bell 123. That last part was how I learned that if someone guesses your bank password enough times, the bank emails you about it. But by last Friday, the threats and complaints stopped. She seemed back to normal, and I thought she'd given up. Then today, garbage day, I discovered half a dozen fast food bags and containers in the trash. She wasn't supposed to have access to money, so I confronted her. She denied it at first, but when I brought in the garbage as proof, she admitted she had taken out a payday loan. Not money from a friend or family member, an actual predatory payday loan. Before you ask, no, I have no idea how she was approved. Within an hour, I froze my credit and drove her to the payday loan office, where I paid it off in cash. Now I'll have to dip further into savings just to pay rent. I guess cutting her off worked in a way. She stopped using delivery apps. Instead, she just drove to pick up food herself at the bargain price of $20 in fees for every $100 borrowed. She racked up $60 in fees total. That was the last straw. I told her we're getting divorced. My marriage is over. I don't even know what alimony laws are like in my state. But at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if she happily lived in a cardboard box, as long as Uber Eats delivered there.